cows. Right, it's time for cucumbers. If you can hear Simply Red in the background, that's the people behind my allotment. So sorry about that, at least they've got good taste. So I've dug my hole and I've popped in 2 hand trowels worth of manure because cucumbers are very hungry. You could use leaf mould, really good compost, whatever, or if your bed or pot is full of amazing organic matter, then you wouldn't have to worry. But the next step that I'm going to do, which is my little trick for cucumbers, especially in our climate, sorry about my finger, I do that all the time, this is horticultural grit. Now this is like a potting mix grit, because that's all I could get, but if you can get just normal horticultural grit, or any grit really, you're going to pop some in the bottom of the hole, because cucumbers absolutely hate to have cold, wet feet, so this helps them drain. Then I'm just going to sprinkle a tiny bit of compost on the top, and then I'm going to pop him in here against my trellis. This is the grid I showed you. I put a link in one of the posts from B&Q. But you can just train cucumbers at one single bamboo stem and tie them in. So I'm going to pop him in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just water him in really well, and then I'm going to backfill with the compost. So that's what I'll do. So a bit of manure or some good organic matter, then the grit, then the cucumber, level with what it was in the pot, just a tiny bit higher for me, because can you see where this has started to come out of its pot a little bit. So I'm just going to fill up to probably about there, just to hide these roots. Water him in and cover him back in. So that's him all in there. So I've mulched it because cucumbers hate drying out, so this will just help with water retention, a bit like the manure will too. It just helps it hold, and I've fed it through the trellis just to give it a little bit of chance, and then it's next to a borage, so hopefully this will aid with pollination. It's only a tiny little muncher cucumber, but just wanted to show you something quickly. Can you see that this leaf is yellowing? And that's because it was running out of nutrients in the pot. It was in a tiny pot. I actually got this one from the garden centre because Evie absolutely loves these snack cucumbers. So it was running out of nutrients, so that's why it's good to get it in the ground. I've added granular seaweed fertiliser to this as well, just a handful in the planting hole, just to give it a little bit of a boost. So I hope that helps with your cucumbers. It should be fine now with this weather. It's been lovely and warm, and the nighttime temperatures aren't very low, they're in double figures. So fingers crossed, this year we'll have great cucumbers.